Former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson is expressing confidence that the Jamaican people would approve the country becoming a republic if the issue is put to them in a referendum. The former Prime Minister says once the political parties act in unity on the issue, he's certain Jamaicans would sign off on the proposal. His comments come amid questions as to whether Jamaicans are prepared to support the move to Republican status. Mr. Patterson says he's willing to bet on it. Wayne Walker has more in this report.
The former Prime Minister wrote a joint letter to the Prime Minister and the Leader of Opposition, urging them to initiate steps to transform the country into a republic in time for its 60th year of independence. Jamaica celebrates 60 years of independence come next year. Questions have arisen as to whether Jamaicans, who have been showing waning interest in voting in general elections, will turn out to vote in a referendum. But Mr. Patterson says he's willing to bet on the Jamaican people.
If the two parties decide on it, and if they campaign together, I would bet my house and my life that acting together, that referendum would secure the required majority. And can you imagine what it would do to Jamaica if instead of campaigning in orange and green, we could see our leaders of different political stripes going out to their constituencies with one voice to advocate the cause of getting ahead of state who lives in Jamaica.
Mr. Patterson says taking the step towards republicanism could rally the country to deal with other pressing challenges.
We can't have a nation where we can't, as President Ford said, play golf and chew gum. The things are interrelated in this way. All the issues we have to resolve require a national as distinct from a partisan approach. If we can be seen to have leaders who can agree on something which is a major change in our constitutional framework, it lays the ground for fertile conversations on other related matters.
The former Prime Minister, who served between 1992 and 2006, says he's satisfied that he did his best to advance the issue of transforming the country into a republic while he was in office.
I tried, and in my own mind, I am comfortable that I made the very best efforts, but I also accept that it was no point trying to ramrod something through which would have no chance of success if the opposition held out against it.
Mr. Patterson says his efforts were further thwarted by the change in leadership in the then opposition Jamaica Labour Party from Edward Seaga to Bruce Golding. He says the JLP was trying to reconcile its position with that taken by Golding when he was in charge of the National Democratic Movement. Mr. Golding had embraced a comprehensive overhaul of Jamaica's constitutional framework prior to returning to the Jamaica Labour Party. Mr. Patterson is the second former Prime Minister this week to publicly call for the move towards republicanism. Wayne Walker, Nationwide News.